everyone, welcome to Playtime with Dolphy and to Season 2 of The Last Door Collector's Edition. If you followed this series back in September, I covered all 4 episodes of Season 1 of The Last Door. And now for October, I will be covering all 4 episodes of Season 2 of The Last Door. Again, this whole series is pretty much one of, if not my most favorite horror game and horror series of all time. There is a lot to unpack in this story, plot-wise. There is a lot of dark and disturbing content in it, but the plot is one of the best, in my opinion. The soundtrack is amazing. This is just a great game to sink into, and I'm really excited to be replaying this. So let's go ahead and go to episodes. And we're going to be starting with episode 1, The Playwright. Dr. Wakefield visits the East Hill Asylum to investigate the past of Alexandre Dupree, a man who might be connected to Wakefield patients' sudden and mysterious disappearance. So this does tie in directly to Season 1 of The Last Door. If you have not watched me play Season 1, I suggest you do so now. Link to the playlist of Season 1 down below in the description. So let's go ahead and hit new game. You might be a little lost if you haven't watched the prior videos. That's why I mention it. Previously on The Last Door, Jeremiah Devitt, alerted by the and mysterious letter of his friend Anthony Beechworth, went in search for the memories of his past that he had lost. Devitt discovered that in school he had taken part in a strange experiment. Its goal was to peek through the veil, the thin line between common reality and the world of horror and madness that lies beyond, under the watch of the Eye of the Board. During his search, he was inoculated with the drug they had used back then. The serum made Devitt's mind travel for a few hours to the dreamlike realm of the Veil. There he met his old classmate, Alexandre Dupree, who urged Devitt to join his cause and cross with him to the realm of the Board. When Devitt woke up from his trance, he found himself deeply convinced by his friend's words. He traveled to Dupree's house, where he discovered his friend had dosed himself with a new serum, leaving a catatonic body behind. This new drug was capable of transporting the mind permanently to the Veil and beyond. Finally, Devitt found a vial of the serum and had it injected. He met his friend again in the Veil, and together they walked through the last door, entering a world forbidden to human eyes. Devitt's therapist, Dr. John Wakefield, worried by his patient's disappearance and strange visions, had sought the help of his colleague, Professor Johann Kaufman, an expert in the occult. Searching Anthony Beechworth's house, Wakefield and Kaufman found a disturbing returned letter in which Anthony had tried to warn Alexander Dupree of what could happen if the door was opened. He feared something from the other side might then come to ours. They are coming. None of us could prepare for this. The visions, screaming, were merely a warning. And now it is too late. They are coming. Once again, I will never skip this intro. This is an amazing intro. It still has the same amazing soundtrack as the original The Last Door did. The last door. Last night I had the nightmare again, but this time it was different. This time he talked to me. It was the same unknown street, void of any sound and life. I walked aimlessly, as if I were lost. Then I could hear it. Broken tromping on the wet cobblestones, the familiar sound of approaching, limping footsteps. Then, as before, he stood in front of me, gazing unrelentlessly like he was expecting something. This time he spoke. "Give me back what he took." Nothing else. Give me back what he took. No, I have fallen asleep again. What time is it? Dawn already? It is time. The pixel art in this game, in this series, is just phenomenal. It was several months since Kaufman and I had found that mysterious letter in Anthony Beechworth's house. A letter never sent, with a cryptic warning of what would happen if a certain door were opened. It bore only the name of the addressee, Alexandre Dupree. We felt sure Dupree was key to finding my patient friend, Jeremiah Devitt, who had disappeared in such strange circumstances. Troubled by the death of his friend Anthony, Devitt had visited the school of his childhood and had never been seen again. Kaufman soon conveyed to me his deep concerns and warned that I should conduct any investigations with the utmost discretion. He pursued his own research, though his thoughts and methods remained a secret. In his last letter, he requested that I visit East Hill Lunatic Asylum in London. There were reasons to believe that Alexandre had been institutionalized there for many years. I was asked to confirm this hypothesis, and if proved correct, to gather whatever other information might arise. East Hill in London. We get a map. Ooh, season 2 actually has a map. The Playwright. So this is East Hill Lunatic Asylum. I hope I can find information on Alexandre Dupree here. Ladies and gentlemen, don't miss the latest news. Sea monster found in St. Ives. Good morning, I would like to purchase a newspaper. Yes, sir, it's 6 pence. I'm afraid I don't have 6 pence. Can you make change for a shilling? I'm sorry, I can't, sir, but you know where to find me when you have the coins. What can you tell me about this building? The asylum? I've never been inside, and I hope I never will. It's full of crazies, you know. Have you seen anything unusual around here? No, but maybe if you bought a newspaper. Okay. Alright, time to explore. Good morning. Ah, yes, a lovely morning. Sunlight of a quite fascinating character. I beg your pardon. The light. It makes everything look different. You see, light touches things, soaks into them, and changes their nature. It makes them simmer, or makes them die. Do you live here in the hospital? I do indeed. My family is a generous benefactor to Eastdale. They had me committed, but I don't blame them. They are just incapable of appreciating my art, or any art. For that matter, they mistake it for insanity. What are you drawing? I'm not just drawing, my friend. I'm trying to feel the light, to translate its power to the surface of the paper. Those animals don't like it, though. They don't want me to succeed, so they take them away. They take my drawings, and they study them, and they laugh, because my eyes can see the light, and theirs are blind. But someday everyone will understand. Who are they, the ones who take your art away? Ha! Those foolish caretakers. They hide behind a big mural, where they think themselves safe, and they look at me. They observe me. They even take notes. My name is Dr. Wakefield. I'm looking for a man who lived here some time ago. Would you happen to know one Alexander Dupree? The name does not ring a bell. I have not been here long, though. You should ask the other patients. They may be able to help you. Some have been here for many years. Or you could ask one of the others, the brutes who keep us here. Where are your drawings now? I suspect they are somewhere in the archive, since I've seen confiscated items taken there before. You seem different from the rest. Can I trust you? I've been trying to sneak in for days now, but Miss Wiswell keeps a tight guard on the door. I even stole a key from one of those guards. You're a doctor. Surely you could gain entry. If you could recover my drawings, I would be so grateful. Here, take the key with you. That's the inmate quarters. Large doors made of straw metal. This must lead to a secure ward of the hospital. It's locked shut. I can't open it. Okay. Let's peek at this. A few cardboard seats lie on the bench. Each shows a perfectly symmetric design in black ink. Please do not touch them. Okay. Good morning, madam. My name is Dr. Wakefield. I am a psychiatrist. Oh my, good morning. Forgive my manners. I get so excited when we have visitors. We don't get many these days, and certainly we're lacking experts like you. What do you mean you lack experts? Every year we get less funding from the Crown. First the doctors started to leave, then it was the caretakers. Now very few remain, but we have a responsibility to our poor patients, do we not? We must care for them. They cannot be out living with the proper people. Ugh. I know, how preposterous. It couldn't be that a lot of these people simply just don't belong here and are simply misunderstood. The very topic of asylums gets my blood boiling, but that's a topic for another time. We must keep ourselves safe and our patients too, of course. I'm looking for a man who used to be a patient here a few years ago. His name is Alexandre Dupree. Did you perchance ever meet him? Alexandre Dupree, yes. There was one with a foreign name. I remember something of him. A good man, if I recall correctly. An educated man. But there was something strange about him, wasn't there? I believe it scared some of the other patients. You never know with this lot. I'm sorry that I can't remember much. There have been so many people here. It is hard to keep track. Have you worked here for long? Yes, a long time. I can scarcely remember how many years. Time goes slowly in here, and the isolation, the rules, don't allow us to leave. I don't know what is happening in the world anymore, but we have our duty, do we not? Who else will care for our patients? May I request access to the Institute's archives? This would be some information more about the man I'm looking for, Mr. Dupree. I am sorry, Doctor, but the archives are private. We must not allow anyone to access them without the proper authority. Many of our patients come from good families, you see, and we take great care to respect their privacy. But do not look so crestfallen. You will not find much. In any case, it's a long time since they have been organized. A bookshelf. These books are not volumes of psychiatry or medical science, but old serial novels for patients to read. I'm sorry, sir. The requirement is off limits. I need to get rid of her. This must be the recreational wing, where patients relax and pass the time. Perhaps here I can find someone who met Alexandre Dupuis while he was institutionalized. Marble bust of Hygeia, Greek goddess of physical and mental health. A man wearing a worn-out military uniform, lost in God knows what thoughts. Excuse me, sir. I could not help but notice your uniform. Were you in the army? Leave me alone. You do not want to talk to a coward such as myself. The warm decoration of this room suggests a great deal of sensitivity to the patient's moral needs. Sir, leave me alone. I'm just a coward. Coward or not, I need to talk to you. A cheerful pastoral scene. Good morning, madam. My name is Wakefield. I'm looking for a former patient of this institution. The rumbling... She doesn't seem to have noticed me. Madam, if I may persist, have you been living here for long? The rumbling... I'm looking for a former patient of this hospital. You may have met him. An eyeless gaze. I'm looking for a man that you may have met. His name is Alexandre Dupuis. Well, that freaked her out, I think. I seem to have upset her. What a strong reaction upon hearing Mr. Dupuis' name. She must have at least met him. How can I get her to talk to me? Good morning, I am a psychiatrist, Dr. Wakefield. Quite an impressive institution you have here. Can I ask for your assistance? I'm looking for a former patient of this institution. His name is Dupuis. I am sorry, sir. I have never heard that name before. Maybe one of your senior colleagues could know something about this former patient. Well, you could ask Miss Wiswell in the entrance hall. She has been here for years, maybe for too long. You know we caretakers live here with the patients. And we are not allowed to leave the asylum's premises. This life can get to you if you don't take proper care. I try to keep as much distance as possible from the lunatics. The asylum is quite big, but I can't help noticing there aren't many patients around. Well, apart from those in the isolation ward, it is true that there are not many patients at present, but there are even fewer of us caretakers now. We are only 3 for the whole hospital. For what I've been told, in the old times, the income was enough to provide for everything we needed. A complete staff, proper accommodation for the patients, and the best doctors. But as the newer, bigger regional asylums were built, the Crown's support was gradually withdrawn from East Hill. Soon, everyone started leaving, and this is what remains. Well, thank you. In any case, I will leave you to work in peace. Miss Conhay is very upset. Please do not distress her further. Okay, so we're gonna continue exploring. We can't seem to do anything else right now. Unusually large mirror. A glass jar full of a transparent liquid that may or may not be water. There's a coin resting at the bottom. Ah, we got our coin. We can go get that newspaper. Looks like a therapy log. Edward Roan, 27, acute dementia. September 25th, 1891. Mr. Roan's condition has degenerated since the last session. He's restless, as if the morphine had no effect on him. For the last week, he has been obsessive, troubled for reasons unknown. September 25th, 1891. The patient's dosage has been doubled to no effect. September 29th, 1891. Dr. Weddell has been attacked and bitten in the face. 4 men were needed to subdue the patient, Mr. Roan. 3 markings were found on his body upon examination. Self-harm is a possible cause. October 3rd, 1891. Mr. Roan is getting better day by day, both physically and mentally. His habits have changed considerably. He now shows an interest in religion and spends his time murmuring prayers, albeit ones unknown to my colleagues and me. There's a thin piece of metal holding the window open. Oh, okay, so now we can see what's really on the other side of the mirror. Dark as the room is now, I can see through the false mirror. There's a man on the other side, heavily restrained, desperately trying to free himself. He has an expression of unbearable horror on his face. I wish I could help. Alright. It is odd that only this window is settled. The cotton castle modeled shadow over this corner of the room. Let's go see about purchasing that paper. Coin. Would like a newspaper. 6 pence, is it? Yes, here. Thank you, sir. There, I bought your paper. Give me some information about the asylum. Alright, you know there are always voices coming from the place at night, crying, singing, and the inhabitants cursing like damned souls. That's the usual. This night was different. It was all silent. I tell you, not a single noise in the whole street. I looked at the madhouse and saw all of the windows black, no lights. Everybody asleep in that place? Now that's strange. Then I heard it. It was a scream like no other I've ever heard. Not of a man or a woman, but of a devil from hell. That is very curious indeed. Thank you for telling me. So. Goodbye, boy. Goodbye, sir. I don't know if there's really anything else. Let me examine this. Today's Illustrated London News. First headline is about a grim case. Scotland Yard keeps its silence about the ambassador of Turkey found dead last Saturday under mysterious circumstances. All sources suspect he may have been murdered. The second, sea monster found in St. Ives. The remains of a serpent from the deep were found on the beach early yesterday morning. It is suspected they come from a seaside museum in Spain, destroyed a month ago by the sea waves during a terrifying storm. There was another drawing advertising an operetta called Love Brushstrokes. What am I supposed to do with this? There's nowhere else to go except East Hill right now. Can I, like, go around the building? No. Doesn't look like it. Our work here takes a great deal of discipline, Dr. Wakefield, as I'm sure you appreciate. It's rewarding in itself, but oh, I do wish I had something to occupy my mind more to help pass the time. How that would ease my burden. I shall not bother you then. Ooh, newspaper, newspaper. Why, thank you kindly. How thoughtful you are. She's busy now. While the cat's away. Don't mind if I do. This is the hospital archive, where a record of each patient must be stored. If Mr. Dupree was really committed at East Hill, his files would be here somewhere. Okay. Let's poke around. It's been a long time since this desk was last used. It is covered in discarded papers and pens and a noticeable layer of dust. The drawers are all locked. I've got a key. Oh, can't use it, I guess. This cabinet contains many documents detailing the treatment of patients, ranging from 2 decades ago to last year. This file's right here. Dupree, Alexandre, room 108A. All the files are missing. It's as if they had been torn out. Only a little piece of paper remains with an address written on it. Paul Street, 26. Could that be where Alexandre Dupree lived before he was committed to this hospital? Paul Street. Let's follow this new lead and see if it takes me somewhere useful. And I've marked it on my map. Let's see. All the dates of this cabinet are filed at 1870. I'm looking for a more recent file. Metal locker. Sign. Small sign says seize objects. Okay, this is what I need. Some personal effects probably sent in by the patient's families, but deemed unsafe by the caretakers. One of them is a stack of thick sheets of paper, carelessly bound together, bearing the drawings and paintings of a troubled mind. Only a couple of pictures in their frames. Watercolor paintings and drawings of different subjects. A tree, a vase with flowers, something that could be a portrait. But the colors are dispersed, shapes broken, decomposed, and mixed in a swirl of bright flecks. Now, what harm was it to let the poor patient have his artwork? Why seize it from him? It's probably the only thing quieting his mind. I think there is an achievement I've never been able to get that requires you to keep checking on the room, and I've never been able to get that achievement because I usually end up like missing one of the sequences that you have to check on the room for. So I'm gonna attempt to get the achievement, but I'm probably gonna fail it again. Here are these your drawings. Great wonder, they're back. Someday they will understand light and shape as I understand them. Thank you, friend. If you want, take these cardboard seats. Thanks to you, I have no more need of them. Okay, so we've got some cardboard seats, a few folded cardboard seats, each one with a large symmetric patch of black ink in the middle. I've heard of this technique, but always thought it an eccentricity. Patients are supposed to see in them the deeper causes of their ailment. Ah, Warsack test. This is the first card. The shapes look organic. Almost like insects. I was just thinking that. I would say this could be a face. It reminds me of the mask, actually. Like the theater mask everyone's wearing in this game. Can't open the heavy door with this. Okay. I think we've explored enough here. Time to check out that new address. This door is number 24. I'm looking for number 26. Number 26. This is the place I was looking for, but the door's bricked up. I must find another way to get in. The windows are so thoroughly cemented over that it almost mixes with the facade. Paul Street ends here at this corner. The ruins of an old chapel, apparently destroyed by fire. A mess of wooden planks and the remains of benches and chairs. Ah, maybe this was the church at the beginning of the game. Someone on their knees praying, their faces covered by a hood. An improvised altar covered in candles. Beep, beep, beep. With this candle, I can light my way through the dark. The wooden cross remains almost intact. Looks like this hole leads to the building next door. That is so foreboding. I would not go through that thing if you paid me. I would just nope right out if I ever saw windows cemented over and a door bricked up. That is so beyond foreboding. This must be the interior of the bricked up building I saw on the street, Mr. Dupree's former residence. I cannot tell who is depicted in the portrait since it's so badly damaged. It seems so encrusted into the floor. A military medal. There is a relief of Her Majesty the Queen and several pieces of metal, engraved with the names of battles unknown to me. I think I know what I need this for. I'll take this with me. Maybe it will mean something to one of Alexandre's former patients in the hospital. There is a piece of paper on the table. The paper shows some seemingly random letters. It seems as if half of it is missing. One man in high-rank uniform. He's missing an arm. Few books remain in the shelf, mostly doubtful treatises in chemistry and alchemy. Among the titles are Thermesius's De Lapide Philosophico, Jebel's De Invention Veritatis, the anonymous work Torba Philosophorum, and Ludwig Prin's Mysteries of the Worm. I massacred all those titles, but it's okay. A large metal safe. Looks like the safe is working fine. I should give it a try. I don't even know what direction to move it in. If I remember correctly, I think I have to find half of that first. Something among the asses. A piece of paper. It looks like some kind of message, but there is only one half here. The paper has been carefully burnt. This is strange. I've put both halves back together, but some letters seem to be missing from the right half. The message does not make any kind of sense. Maybe it's... Is it 6-5 or is it 5-1-5? I'm pretty sure this relates to the safe. So I'm gonna look at this again. It's missing letters though. I think I'm gonna need a walkthrough for this because I always needed a walkthrough for this, so I'm gonna totally cheat and look up a walkthrough. Okay, apparently it is 6-1-4-5. So now just to figure out which direction to put it in. Oh, I totally messed up already. Okay. Six. Yay! 6-1. Again, that is 6-1-4-5. It is empty. Wait, this is not a safe, but an entrance to a passage. It's completely dark. The only way to know where it leads is by crawling in. Mathematic formulae written fast and carelessly. Some of these symbols I have never seen before. A list of numbers. It looks like some kind of calendar timetable. A strange machine built out of wood, steel, and glass. I wonder what its function could be. Oh boy. There was someone sitting here wearing a horrible mask and yellow robe. He is not moving. It is only a yellow robe. There is no body inside at all. What can be the meaning of this? Something's gonna happen. Yep, knew it. Four chairs forming a circle, as if the hideout served as some sort of meeting place. Only a yellow robe. I don't think there's anything else to get here. The text is completely smudged. I cannot read it. What if we go back in there now? So the machine just stopped. The clinking of the machine has stopped. The atmosphere in this game, it is so atmospheric. Like, nothing better than playing this game at night with the lights out. Well, the person's gone that was there. Back to East Hill I go. Okay. Maybe I should check on the room again? Man sitting in the corner looking in my direction with a cold, unemotional gaze. Wonder if I missed a segment. I always end up missing like a segment or two, and I never get that achievement. This medal, I had one just like this. Got it after the battles of Lane's Neck and Majuba Hill in 1881, a decade ago now. For distinguished conduct in the field, it said. What a farce. So you were in the army, as I thought? Allow me to introduce myself. I am Dr. Wakefield. Sergeant William Conhill, Her Majesty's 6th Light Infantry. Are you another one of those alienists? Do your doctors not realize that cowardice cannot be cured by your arts? Why are they keeping you here? The doctors say I suffer from a nervous disorder. I believe this is a term for when they themselves, with all their learning, do not know what to say. But I know the true name of my sickness is pure cowardice. I'm looking for a former patient of this hospital. You may have met him. His name is Alexandre Dupree. Yes, I did know a man by that name. We met briefly. He was here when I arrived. What do you know about him? He was a proper lad, educated. He listened closely to the stories of the other inmates, but he kept his own to himself. We talked a lot. He was very close to Miss Conhay, too. I think they got here at the same time, but when he left, he did so alone. I wonder what has become of him since. Who is this Miss Conhay? She is a patient here, the lady with a tempestuous character. You may have encountered her already. She has not been the same since Mr. Dupree left, you know. She always sits to the side, alone and silent. I doubt you could talk to her at all, even if you tried. She sees things, or at least she thinks she does. What did you talk about, you and Mr. Dupree? We talked about my time in the south of Africa. I don't like to talk about that, but he somehow made me want to. He was persuasive. He was very interested in one specific story, almost obsessive about it. He wanted to know every little detail. Could you tell me that story? I'm trying to find a patient of mine who has gone missing, and this could be my only hope of finding him. I don't like to relive those memories. A missing patient, you say? Alright. Maybe my story will be of some use then. It happened during the Battle of Majuba Hill. I am sorry you have heard of it, in March of 81. The attack of the Boer army had taken us by surprise, and our regiment was forced to split up. We quickly found ourselves alone, just a few men lost on the barren plain. But I don't want to bore you. No, sir, you certainly aren't. Please continue. As I said, we were few. We saw the enemy was lurking out there in the cold air of dusk. A thick fog formed quickly, masking everything around us. We could barely see each other. I think they want me to walk here. Yes, they do. Then the others started to disappear in the fog, which was getting thicker and thicker. I could still hear their footsteps for a while, then nothing. I called their names. Ah, no! That went too fast! I felt something in there not far, a murmur or beating, something alive, waiting. Oh, no. Maybe I'm walking too fast, and so the text is just passing too fast, maybe? All of a sudden, my feet felt something in the mud. A body. They were all there, dead. Then the mist cleared out. What had happened? I never knew for certain. I didn't see anything. If I did, my mind refused to bear such memories. What happened to Captain Skid? When he finally regained consciousness, it was like someone else looked out at us through his eyes. I guess whatever happened affected him, changed him. I know he came back to London. Mr. Dupree asked me of his whereabouts. Maybe he tried to contact him to hear the rest of the story. He was quite preoccupied by it. Do you know where I can find Captain Skid? The last I heard from fellow veterans, he had lost himself to a frenzy of alcohol, opium, and bad company. This downward spiral led him, as many others, to a wretched nadir, a dirty hole deep in St. Giles' Rookery, known as the Crimson Nest. Mayhap you will find him there, alive even, if you are lucky. Here, this is a picture of our regiment. You can see him there. A new location has been added. We're gonna try sewing for the mask. Oh, that went well. As well as I could have hoped. It is Isolate Award for you this time, madam. Off we go. The face of the playwright! The face of the playwright! Okay. A man is striking the glass strongly with his fist. His expression is of pure hate. I don't think he can see me, but I feel that somehow he knows I'm here. That poor woman. They must have taken her to the isolation ward. So it's the perfect time of year to play these games too, as they tend to take place in September and October. I think some episodes do take place in like November, if I remember correctly. Hello, my name is Wakefield. The butterfly is not what it seems. Excuse me, but what butterfly? There's more after the scarab. Is this the butterfly you talked about? It displays its wonderful colors, fills your eyes with awe, but this is only a show. Behind the veil, its body crawls on the dirty ground, hides in the darkness, and transforms another of its lies. So what would this be? Its dark body creaks and wrestles with its blind movements, slowly, step by step. It gets closer and closer and closer and closer. What about this one? It will come. Whatever you do, it will cry out loud, looking at you from everywhere at the same time. What about this one? Him? His mask. My mate from the other room used to scream at night. Always told us he could feel something under his bed. A presence, an eyeless gaze. Okay. Well, then let's check out this eyeless gaze, shall we? An old pendant on the dresser. It looks valuable. Obviously not that room. Let's check out the pendant. An old tarnished silver pendant. Expensive looking piece of furniture. There's nothing on it. An impressive painting of a lovely maiden. It is equipped with a fitting, magnificent frame. A mirror covered in dust. I wonder what things it has seen in this room. Could this be the room of the patient's mate who was afraid of a presence under his bed? Well, there's a passageway under his bed. Next to his bed. Oh boy. The door is bricked up. Why would they do such a thing? There was something written on the wall. One of them came last night. I knew what it actually was because of the sign it carried. The sign of the eye. I killed it and hid it well. If more come, they will not find their friend nor its eye. I doubt anyone has slept in this place in a long time. The window is sealed too. Almost no light can reach the room. Okay. If I remember correctly... Oh, ooh, okay. Seems one of the tiles is loose. I was right. I cannot get it out with my bare hands. It's too heavy. Try this. There's something there half buried in the soil under the tile. It's a peep! It's a long dead board, just feathers and bones. It's holding something in its beak. A glass eye. A dirty and horribly deformed glass eye. Oh, let's get out of here. That was pure nightmare fuel. The Playwright. A bunch of bricks. Either the construction was recent and not yet finished, or they were in a hurry to seal this room. The face of the Playwright. The door is shut and locked. There is no way to open it. The Playwright. I feel pretty guilty for doing that, actually. Well, let's go check out that opium den. St. Giles. This is the slum of St. Giles. The Crimson Nest soon be far. It's like in the dream he had. It's the exact same place. Oh, I remember this part. He's going to appear and ask for me to give something back to him. It's the eye. And we can continue on. This must be the Crimson Nest. I've heard of such places where people lose their minds to opium sipped from the Orient. Never thought I would set foot in one. An addict, completely asleep. Please wake up, dear. Please wake up. What's the matter, madam? My husband, he's unconscious. Please, dear, wake up. I am a doctor. Please let me see him. I'm so sorry. He's not breathing and he has no pulse. Your husband passed away hours ago. No, 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 it can't be. Madam, I'm late. This time I couldn't save him. What do you mean this time? I discovered my husband's addiction to this hellish drug they call opium months ago. At first I thought he was sick, as I saw him grow thinner every day. Then I discovered he was visiting this place. I was very worried. I tried to dissuade him, but he wouldn't listen. The addiction was stronger than he was. At times he was away for days. I would come here and find him passed out. The only way I could wake him was to put these smelling salts under his nose. Now it's too late. Here, take the vial. Maybe he will be in time to save another soul from this curse. A man with a lost gaze, his mouth open. A woman looking at the roof with her eyes going white, muttering ramblings. A short-haired woman, smoking without worry. The musician is intoxicated with the drug smoke that fills the air. The repeated arrangement gives the sensation that time flows slowly. Hello, I'm looking for a man who I believe frequents this establishment, a war veteran from the south of Africa called Skid. He is writing on a slate. Can you understand what I'm saying? He has written can't heal, so I suppose I should communicate with him by writing on the slate. Looking for Captain Skid. Don't know. He doesn't know the captain's name then. The photograph. He's written something else. Object of value. What does he mean by that? Ooh, okay. Pendant. I did not think he likes me much. I said holy. It is Captain Skid, no doubt. He is unconscious, but he still breathes. Use the smelling salts on him. What's the matter? Who let you in? Get out! My name is Wakefield. I need to talk to you. Are you Captain Skid? Her Majesty's 6th Light Infantry. That title belongs to me no more. Who are you, and what do you want from me? Leave me alone with my misery. A soldier that used to serve under your command told me I might find you here. William Cornhill. Yes, I remember him. We served together. I've made many mistakes trying to forget those years of my life. Now I am afraid those memories will follow me to my grave. I'm looking for information about a man called Alexandre Dupree. I used to know a Dupree. He was not a man, but a fiend. What do you want with someone like him? There are certain secrets that are better left undisturbed. A patient of mine has disappeared. Alexandre is the only one that may know his whereabouts. If it is true that Dupree is involved in your patient's disappearance, then I'm afraid the matter is out of my reach. Yours too. Now, please leave me alone. Have you ever heard the name Jeremiah Devitt? I must find him. Devitt? No, I have not. I found your medal. It was in a house on Paul Street, door 26. You were there, right? You think you know what you are doing, but you cannot imagine what you are getting into. I'm asking you for the last time. Leave. And forget this medal. I will not leave until I find the answers I am seeking. Tell me what I want to know. You fool. That's, for the devil's sake, alright. If you want to ruin your life, you're free to do it. What really happened on Majuba Hill? Sergeant Cornhill told me the story, but his details were confusing. I will never be able to forget that day. Nobody knew what really happened. Command decided it must have been ambushed. Now I know better. There was something in that fog, something that did not like us entering its domain. A sentinel of some sort. That thing is what killed my soldiers. How did you meet Alexander Dupree? I was in the Veterans Hospital recovering from an illness unknown to the physicians, an ailment of the soul. Dupree managed to contact me there. He wanted to know my version of the story, what had happened to me in the Battle of Majuba Hill. Do you know why he was so interested in your story? I did not know immediately, but with time I realized the truth about what happened to me was important to his activities, as was I myself. But if you think he tricked me, you could not be more wrong. I wanted to hear the dragon's mouth. I wanted to enter the dragon's mouth. I burned with the need to know. Inside that house I saw a machine still operating. What was that? A machine? I do not know what you're talking about. It's just one of many places used as a base for Alexandria's activities. The only one whose location I was allowed to know. What was Mr. Dupree doing then? You really do not know, do you? Have you ever heard of the Playwright? Yes, I have heard it mentioned before. What is it? As I imagine, you know nothing. Dupree is not alone. He is but the peak of a pyramid, a vast group in which powerful people take part. A society acting in secret, ruled by a single sacred law. See that no one knows. I was part of it. Dupree himself recommended me. We gathered every month. What we saw, you cannot imagine. A curtain of normalcy protects the mind from something. and out of something. The fog of the veil protected us. But through the veil, we could peek out into the abyss. We could know of the unspeakable shapes that writhe beyond, a black nothingness entirely full of horrors. We could never cross the threshold. What we saw was forbidden. Look at me, forbidden. I could not bear it anymore, so I ran. And I hid from them. It was too late to run or to forget. I must go back to East Hill and try to talk to Miss Conhay. If what the captain said is true, she must have been one of them. She could know where to find them. Something is a little unusual here now. I cannot do this anymore. I don't care. I just want us to be together. You know it is too hard. I don't feel free. I know, dear. I know. We will figure it out. How are you home so early? I knew all along. How could you? You know you never loved each other. Silence, you have no honor. And you, what do you have to say? Why, I've given you everything. You wouldn't understand. Enough. You will leave in the morning. I won't see you ever again. I'll wait for you at dawn under the old windmill, so you can try to recover what little honor you once had. I'll be there. Ugh, I have been talking a long time for this video. There has been so much talking in this video. I forgot. Season 2 has a lot more dialogue. I must have fainted. What is this? Where am I? Matchbox? I cannot see outside clearly. An old piece of furniture. The door is set for good and it has no knob, no keyhole even. Oh wait, I have an idea. There's a blanket on the bed. I'm taking a sweat of this blanket. No. The flame has faded out. Okay. Okay, what can I use it with? What can I use it with? Looks like the chair's been moved recently. Oh! Safety in the chair, we wrote a small dark hole in the wall. Small hole in the wall, it's too dark to see inside. Would swear I saw a pair of feet in there. Who was there? We haven't met before. I cannot see you. Who are you? Do you not recognize my voice? No, I'm sorry, I do not. Do you know what this place is? It is the starting point, the first place to look. But who are you? What are you doing there? Remember this. I will not be here forever. Darkness will light your way. Stay out of the light, then I will disappear, and you will be alone in the end. I don't understand. Tell me who you are. I can hear breathing behind the wall. How do I get out of here? Blanket is now ruined. I must take it with me. Only the mattress remains. Well, I got rid of the light. Devitt! Devitt, is that you? Devitt! Uh-oh. Blood trail. That's not good. Tell me, why are you doing this? Is it because you care about your patients? Or is it out of scientific curiosity? Is it for your pride? Because it is your professional responsibility? Or is it because it is the right thing to do? Maybe it's all of these things. Why are you doing this? No, Devitt. It's alright, mein lieb friend. How are you feeling? I feel dizzy. What happened? Where are we? At my house. I went to East Hill to meet you and found you inside one of the cells, unconscious, your clothes stenching of opium smoke. I had brought you here. You've been out for a day and a half. I think it's coming back to me. I was at one of those opium dens. I might have passed out of breathing that dense smoke. Listen, I have much to tell you. The investigation unearthed a great deal of new information. Alexandre was indeed institutionalized at East Hill, but his files were missing. I managed to track down a man who knew him. He told me a story you would not believe. It was this woman, a patient at the hospital. She was completely out of her mind. She attacked me. What is happening to these people, Kaufman? How is this Alexandre related to Mr. Devitt? I think this patient, Miss Conhay, might know how to find Alexandre. We must go back there and talk to her, whatever it takes. I am afraid that will not be possible. What do you mean? Frau Conhay is no longer at East Hill. She escaped last night. God Almighty. Do not worry, mein friend. I think I might know where she is hiding. Get ready. We must leave promptly. I think the episode is coming to an end. They are coming. They are letting him in. Now that the door has been opened. They are coming. And we are brought back again to what happened at the beginning. So it wasn't a church, it was just a house. And we have finished episode 1 of season 2 of The Last Door. I'm looking forward to covering the second episode of season 2 next week. So make sure, if this video interested you, be sure to check out the playlist in the description below for season 1 of The Last Door. And be sure to check in every week for a new episode. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see all of you on the next one. Bye!